All right, what is going on, guys? I'm back here with round two, NAIC VOD review. This round is a little bit different than ones I've done in the past, as I'm actually going to be, this will be the first round I've ever done of myself playing a game. So I am playing ZoroPod versus Mark Lutz's UltraNecrozma deck, and his UltraNecrozma deck has like very little, not much based around Malamar. I think he plays like a 2/2 Malamar line. I don't know for sure. Here I went first, and I got Wimpod, Zorua. I would have gotten Zorua, Wimpod, but I prized a Zorua, so I just go ahead and get a second Wimpod here. um, Mark's side, I'm actually reading the Prism Star because I just wanted to confirm what it did. Mark, yeah, so Mark plays, I think it's just a 2/2 Malamar line, and then he plays 4 Max Elixir, 4 Beast Ring, I'm pretty sure, maybe 3 Beast Ring. So he plays, his deck is built to operate better under Parallel City than most UltraNecrozma decks. So he plays higher energy acceleration out of hand instead of off board, so it's easier for him to play around Parallel City. I think Mark went first. Turn 2 gets 1 Malamar out, turn 2. 2 UltraNecrozmas going. Metal on active, Psychic on bench. Another Max Elixir, see a hit. He also plays Max Potion, which can be a big deal. Yeah, I think this matchup is still... this matchup is a little bit closer than the other Malamar versions because it's less focused on Malamar, more on energy acceleration out of hand, but it can still be close. Let's see, on my turn, hopefully I can try and give a little bit more insight than I usually can. Ideally, I want to like Guzma up the Necrozma here, UltraNecrozma, and smack it, the one on the bench. So I'm leaving myself that option open by trading first, even though I could play a draw supporter. I have Lele in hand that can find Guzma, so ideally, if I find a DCE, I can go Lele, Guzma, the active. Or smacking his active UltraNecrozma is also fine this turn. Another second trade. Another Zork. Should be trading away anything besides probably the Ultra Ball. I Evo Soda out. Yeah, there's only one thing to get out here with the Evo Soda. So I Evo Soda out Glissabot before trading. And then I'll probably trade away the Ultra Ball. Definitely want to Field Blower away the 2 tools that Mark has in play. Trade. So I got the Guzma, but then I don't see an energy, don't see grass, don't see whatever. Wonder tag. Cynthia or N, depending on Mark's hands. Mark has 3 cards in hand, so I'm gonna go for Cynthia. Field Blower away the float and the choice band off Mark's bench. And then I should just play the Cynthia. I want to save the choice band. I want to save the Guzma. So I was thinking about using the Ultra Ball, but I end up not to. I was debating attaching the choice band there to the Wimpod for later on, for the GX attack. Once again, end up not doing that. And here I'm just looking for a DCE. I'll be fine smacking into this UltraNecrozma for the turn. I think if I had actually found a Guzma or a Grass or a DCE, I would have knocked out the Malamar actually on Mark's side. I know I whiff all energy here. But I get Flowstone, so I'm going to Flowstone retreat to Wimpod. I have 3 trades in play. I also have Delinquent, so I have some options for my next turn. The only thing I'm really afraid of here is Guzma from Mark's side, but it's not the worst thing ever if he does have that. So I kind of put Wimpod out there as a bait to make him burn energy to knock that out. Mark doesn't end up going for it, as we'll see in the next turn or so. He's not going to attack with the UltraNecrozma on my Wimpod. Instead, I think he ends up just passing because he plays Cynthia, so he doesn't have Guzma. If he had Guzma there, I think he would have definitely. If he had Guzma and energy, he would have definitely gone after a Zoroark. And yeah, there's the pass remark. He holds his Max Elixirs, holds his energy for later, and just passes. Just wants to conserve resources. That's a proper play, I think, on his side. I traded Mewtwo. I think here I shouldn't have traded Mewtwo. I can't see what the rest of my hand is. I should have traded something else, I think. Probably, I can't quite see what the other cards are. I remember thinking back on this and thinking I shouldn't have traded Mewtwo, because Mewtwo's actually a pretty good attacker in UltraNecrozma. With a choice band, it does it 2 shots. or sets up a 2-shot, or if you attack with the Mewtwo first on an UltraNecrozma and then something with a Choice Band later, 2 shots. And it's obvious Mark has no. Mark doesn't want to knock out this Wimpod pretty much ever. So if Mark doesn't want to knock out the Wimpod, then I don't want to. Then I still want to definitely put in a 1-prize attacker against him, or I want to send up a 1-prize attacker to. I ideally want to send up a 1-prize attacker at some point to put him on odd prizes. I'm thinking about where to attach. I end up just attaching Grass at Gliscopod. I don't have Floatstone. I don't have Guzma. I do play the N. I could have the other option there was Delinquent in my hand. I chose not to Delinquent just because I didn't know. I don't think Mark knew I played Delinquent, so I decided I would hold off onto it until I could use it for full effect and put him down to 0 cards in hand. Out of trades, I was ideally looking for a Guzma or Floatstone, so I traded before I played N because I would like to have Guzma up and hit the benched UltraNecrozma. Here we'll see from Mark, he'll go for Lele for Guzma, and I think he takes out my Zoroark with the Floatstone. He maybe takes out my Gliscopod. I don't remember for sure. Yeah, there's the Guzma, and then he either takes out. I think he should take out my Gliscopod here because the Armor Press can be pretty effective at some point in the game. Goes for the 3rd attachment, which he needs. Guzma. He goes for the Zoroark here. I think he should have gone for the Gliscopod. I remember thinking about this. Okay, if he gets rid of the Gliscopod, because the Armor Press is actually a big deal. The 20 damage reduction, because with 2 Psychics, you do 180. So Choice Band, that's 210. Beast Energy, 210. So with the Armor Press, it means you need either Choice Band and Beast Energy, or you need a 3rd Psychic Energy instead of just 2 in a Choice Band, 2 or a Beast, or 2 in a Beast. So I think I would have liked to see him KO the Gliscopod here. Here I'm debating. I would like to Armor Press ideally, but if I Armor Press with Parallel City currently, I don't quite set up a 2-shot, so I hold off on that. That's why I sent up the Zoroark here. Trade 1, 2. Now I'm gonna go with Counter Catcher plus Choice Band, and Armor Press. I think with Gliscopod. No, maybe I don't remember what I attack with here. Treat, First Impression. Oh, so I just take out his Malamar here, and I can't Armor Press take it out. So I basically just want to cut off his Energy Acceleration. So the way you want to play this matchup specifically is you want to give him as few turns of Beast Ring as possible. So I go with the Malamar knockout. With the First Impression. Otherwise, I could have gone with Armor Press plus a Choice Band on the benched UltraNecrozma that had the most energy on it. Go with the Armor Press on that. That would have been fine as well. Go with the Malamar knockout because now it means if he benches another Malamar, so it'll re-even up my prizes. It also takes away his Energy Acceleration, which if you just take away all their Energy Acceleration, they just won't ever be able to keep up. Also, another thing that you'll see me do in this game is I'll play around Beast Ring quite a bit. I'll soften up both UltraNecrozmas before actually knocking either one of them out. To once again just kind of play around Beast Ring in UltraNecrozma. And here's where you see Mark actually plays. I mean, he plays this part really well. He discards, not only is he discarding the Dawn Wings, which he doesn't want to put in play anymore, he also just discards all of his Malamar pieces. The Sycamore. There was the Beast Ring. There was a Beast Ring. There's an Inkay in hand. So I have Parallel City, so I can't play it down now. So he gets the KO on my what's it called there. So he does get the KO on my Gliscopod there, but once again, I don't have any. So he does get the KO on my Gliscopod, but he's starting to run out of Energy Acceleration. So that's the purpose of killing the Malamar there. You KO the Malamar, and then you start to deal with the UltraNecrozmas. I'm here. I think I look to go with the Armor Press. I go with Trade first. I don't think I have a supporter in hand. Trade again. Finally get. I don't think I got an end there either. We'll see. Zorua comes down. I might just hit with Zoroark here. I forget what I end up doing. Yeah, I don't have a. So I'm gonna have to hit with Zoroark here. Ideally, I would like to have Armor Press with Gliscopod, but I don't always have that option. So yeah, I go with the one with the float stone so I can retreat it next turn while keeping the DC in play. Swing for 120. Right now here I'm just hoping, I mean right here he doesn't have that many like he doesn't have a ridiculous amount of stuff he can do. The only thing I'm hoping he wouldn't have would be like attached Max Elixir Guzma. So I wasn't too afraid that he would have that as an out. He just goes with the attached pass. I'm fine with that. I get Guzma in hand now. Trade Guzma. I'm not looking to Guzma. I'm looking to armor press his benched UltraNecrozma and end him. So I have 3 trades still available. I either trade Field Blower or DCE here. 2 trades left. I trade the Field Blower because I don't need it for what's it called anymore. That active choice band. And ideally, once again, I want to armor press his benched Necrozma. So here we go with the counter catcher on the benched Necrozma. I don't want him to be able to max elixir to it on the bench. I'm going to double puzzle. I should be here double puzzling for Golisopod and something. DC comes down. Choice bands comes down. I end up going with N. I have 1 trade left. And I have actually quite a few outs for fighting the Golisopod here. So instead of actually double puzzling for Golisopod, I decide to go with just N and then finding the Golisopod. I have 5 cards plus a trade, so my chances of me finding out are super high. I actually draw Evo Soda Golisopod and I trade the Evo Soda, and then I go with the armor press for 110. And then this is the point where I kind of set up to play around. So where I set up to play around Beast Ring. So I have both of them damaged, but I still haven't put them in Beast Ring range. And then on my next turn, I'm going to end him again, and then I will end him again, and then knock out an UltraNecrozma finally. And then at that point, I'm just kind of hoping that he doesn't have Beast Rings. With Stat Max Elixir. And then Mark's plan, I've been talking a lot on my side because I played this game myself, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to talk about it. So Mark's game plan, I mean, Mark has been playing pretty straightforward so far. Mark's game plan is just to put energy in play, and that's pretty much it. Like, all he wants to do is put energy in play. So here, oh, did he already attach? So he attaches before. Let me see for a second. Draw. So he attaches before Lilying, and actually, I would have liked to have actually. Now that I see this, I would have liked to have seen him Lily first and look for a float stone, because he could actually Tapu Cure still and cure both of his UltraNecrozmas, and he actually ends up getting the float stone. Try to play a little more. I think it was the last card, so he would have whiffed it if he hadn't attached first. But he still could have got this Max Elixir and then hit this Max Elixir, I guess. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen him actually Lily first, look for a Tapu Cure play here. He wouldn't have hit it, but I would have liked to have seen him leave that as an option open for his turn instead of not. Yeah, so he's going to float to the bench to a Lele and pass, I think is what he goes with. Float to Lele, pass. And then here's where I finally go in. I think I actually maybe delinquent him here because I think he actually went down to 3 cards. I check how many cards are left in my deck. Looks like I am gonna go for N. So I'm gonna play. Knowing I'm gonna go for N immediately because I don't think he has 3 cards in hand. I think he has more than 3. I go for the N immediately instead of trying to trade into the delinquent. Because if he just has like a Sycamore left as the last card, if he had like a 4-card hand. Now here's where I finally go for the knockout on the UltraNecrozma. I'm gonna armor press, knock it out. And I end him in the same turn. So this is the setup I was going for. I was looking only eventually knock out the UltraNecrozma once I was ready to, end him low. So after setting both of them up. Draws. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him go for that, actually, that Tapu Cure play. That would have been really annoying if he had been able to pull that off. Play the Lily first, and then attach after. Just on the off chance you draw Float Stone. Because then you Float Stone, you're active. Like, he even Float Stone, he ended up Float Stone anyways, but then you can go Psychic to Lele, and then Tapu Cure. Cure's actually very good in his deck in this matchup, specifically because the Zork deck just can't one-shot UltraNecrozmas. And I get a little excited here because I know I pretty much have the game locked up. I'm going to KO that benched UltraNecrozma. And then after I KO that, all I need to do is knock out a Lele with Crossing Cut, and I'll have the game as well. So I go Armor Press again, and yeah, Mark Scoops. So we're going to game 2. It plays out pretty similarly. I'm able to play around, what's it called once again. So we Mark start off. Prizel E-Hammer, so that's actually a pretty good prizes in this matchup because I don't really use them. The second Glyphosopod being prize is a little annoying. He has pretty average prizes too. I don't know how, he probably plays 3 Flowstone, so the 2 Flowstone can be rough if you can't find one, can't find the other one early on. But generally it'll be fine. I think he has to go for Lele here. Maybe not. No, he has Lily in hand. So Ultra Balls for an UltraNecrozma. Bench UltraNecrozma, and I think he's gonna have Lily for 8. There we go. Battle UltraNecrozma, another UltraNecrozma, attach UltraNecrozma, Lily for 8. So yeah, he has a pretty good start. I think he just passes after this. I go. Now here I get actually, so I'm gonna get the Raw Bridget, Zorua. I think maybe I take a Wimpod. I don't think so though. I think I just take triple Zorua here. It's basically all you want early. You don't need the Glyphopods immediately. You can get them eventually. It's not a big deal to find them immediately. And here I actually make I end up going attachment to Mewtwo and attacking with Mewtwo. And I do this because I want to get the attachment in play. Mewtwo's actually a pretty good attacker in this matchup. Like I said, it sets up the 2 shots on UltraNecrozma. The 40 damage to 70 damage sets up for a Zoroark with a Choice Band or without a Choice Band to then follow up, depending on what you get the Choice Band on. So I'm just like, if he wants to waste energy KOing this Mewtwo, I don't care. So I'm just going to punch this Lunala for 20. And see if it does anything. It most likely won't do anything, but like, there's no reason not to punch Lunala for 20. And put the DC there. All right, and so I do that, and then here I follow up with I forget if I pressure the UltraNecrozma or if I just hit or knock out the Lunala. We'll have to see. I think I pressure the UltraNecrozma because I have that play in hand. I could Wonder Tag for Guzma, which I think I do. I go Wonder Tag, Guzma, bring up the UltraNecrozma, and then smack it with a Zoroark. I do have an Ultra Ball, which I could get another Zoroark with, but the rest of my hand is all energy. And I don't have a Grass Prize. I don't want to run. And I also, like, expending the first DC on the Mewtwo also takes up the DCE, so. And I'm pretty sure I confirm my Choice Band is in here, and that's why I make this play, because it's fine for me to go smack this, and if for some reason I lose, I just go with the Mewtwo here. Actually, yeah, that's right. So I just hit it with Mewtwo, and I retrieve with the Grass Energy. So this basically just sets up this UltraNecrozma, and I'm like, if he wants to waste 2 Psychic Energy to KO this Mewtwo, I'm fine with that. So I just go with the hit with the Mewtwo. Excuse me. So I go in with the hit with the Mewtwo, that's right, because I have the Grass Energy hand. I haven't attached yet, so I just go Grass Retreat. I could have hit with Zoroark, but then if he has Psychic Energy Choice Band, then I lose a Zoroark for nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to like force you to go on odd prizes. Send up Zoroark. And here, I don't think I end him because I think it's possible he's dead drawing. So I think I go for Lele for Cynthia. Or Lele for Guzma here. And I think I just take out Lunala. I forget for sure. Excuse me. Or maybe I do go for Yen. No, I go for Cynthia. Even though he has a big hand, he hasn't played anything down recently, so I just go for the, that's right, I go for the Cynthia. He hasn't played anything down. He has a big hand. He has stuff in there, but I don't know what's going on in his hand, so I just go ahead and play the Cynthia. It could still be dead, and I'm not pressured to like really end him this turn anyways. I will also here on this turn, I'll counter Catcher out and knock out the, I think I draw the counter Catcher. I maybe just smack his active again. Ideally, I wouldn't. Yeah, I counter Catcher out the Lunala, because like late game, it can put too much energy in play. Like it's too risky to leave that thing on live for late game. And also, this means that he can't really bench, or it's really risky for him to bench an Inkay now. You even see he has an Inkay in hand, and he's going to choose not to bench it. Because now if he benches an Inkay, it's something for me to knock out to go back onto even prizes. So he's not going to end up benching Inkay. I think he might even just be swinging with this turn. Yeah, see, we see him Ultra all the way, Inkay Malamar. He has Malamar still in deck, but he's doing this because if he benches it, it gives a target for me to go back on even prizes. Like, if he benches that, a good way for me to close out the game eventually is to like knock out a Malamar or an Inkay, or to put him off even prizes. So if I go like pressure the other, like ideally for me next turn, I want to pressure the other UltraNecrozma. I want to. This one, the active one has 60 damage on it, is already pressured. I want to go ahead and smack the other UltraNecrozma, and then if I KO one of those, then I can just easily KO an Inkay or a Malamar to take him off Beast Ring. So yeah, he avoids putting that in play, which is the smart play to do, I think. You don't want to give me that as an out. Once again, I think he definitely wants to try and play around using Tapu Cure, though. Eventually. Pass here. So here, after I draw, all I want to do is like smack the other UltraNecrozma. I don't actually want to KO this UltraNecrozma because then it gives him access to Beast Ring. I want to try and KO the other UltraNecrozma. Get my third Zoroark set up. Here's where I definitely want to try and find a Wimpod as well. I don't have a Wimpod out there yet. I definitely want to try and get a Wimpod in play. Trade away a Bridget. I have an Ultra Ball in hand, so I can get a Wimpod with that. I have the Guzma in hand, so I will look to just Guzma knock out the benched. Or not knock out, but hit the benched boy. And I think I will Ultra Ball for Wimpod here. Yep, Wimpod comes down. Definitely want to set one up. Want to abuse the Ghostopods on a grass energy at some point. And here I'll go with DCE to Lele, because it's pretty much the same, because I wasn't able to get rid of the Choice Band. If I had a blower for Choice Band, I would have attacked with a Zoroark. But because the Choice Band in play, he needs 2 Psychic Energy anyways to knock out Lele or Zoroark, so it doesn't really matter what I attack with there. So I just attack with Lele. Go back over to Mark, and you see he has like, if I had just played for the knockout on the active, I don't think I found the Choice Band that turn, but I definitely don't want to take the knockout. Because if I do take the knockout, then it activates Beast Ring, and then I can get into a world of trouble where he just gets too many energy in play. I want to end him first. Like, I almost want Mark to go down to like 1 prize, and then I end him and take a knockout, put him on Beast Ring. Something like that. So here I'll get the knockout on the Lele. Here would have also been a very good turn for him to have Tapu Cure, but I don't think he has access to Guzma in hand. Tapu Cure would have been really annoying there as well. So if he had been able to Guzma, get his Lele to the active, and then Tapu Cure, that would have been really annoying. So yeah, here I find the N. I'll probably just look to knock out his active. Definitely want to look to blower away the Float Stone. I have access to most of my deck right now. As I have Triple Zoroark set up, and I've had it set up for a while. So I definitely want Field Blower to get rid of the float. We'll see what I get though. I don't remember these games completely. I haven't traded yet. Mark's on a 3-card hand. Not a great 3-card hand, too. Yeah, it's actually all useless. He doesn't want to put Inkay or Malamar in play, and only has an N for a supporter. I forget what I started trading with here, and they cameraed away, so I can't actually tell. Alright, so I get the rainbow on the Glisopod for later, and then I knock out. So yeah, here's where I take the knockout on the UltraNecrozma. He only has 1 UltraNecrozma in play. It's set up to be knocked out by Crossing Cut right now, or a Choice Band on a Zoroark if I had to get that, go that route. So the top deck Sycamore here is very nice for Mark. He's looking for other UltraNecrozmas and Beast Rings. I don't think, if I remember correctly, he doesn't find any of it this turn. We do see a Mysterious Treasure for an UltraNecrozma. There's 1 Beast Ring there, it looks like. And here I know I'm thinking, I remember this part, I was thinking, okay, the only thing, I can draw all my deck except 1 card. So I just need my last card to not be Choice Band. Because I need to be able to GX his Lele this next turn. To take him off Beast Ring, if he doesn't find Beast Ring this turn. So there's the Beast Ring. He has quite a few energy left. Yeah, he definitely would have liked to have found, like, for Mark here, he definitely just needed another UltraNecrozma but I don't think he has any left in deck. He had 2 early and then discarded one. This one on play, and then the other one I knocked out, and then he discarded one as well when he was under Perilous. He didn't have room to bench it, I don't think. So he's fully committing to this one now. But he's going to need a way to draw that last prize, and I don't think there's really a way for him to. If I get off Beast Ring next turn, which I do plan to do. So yeah, there's the Tapu Cure. That would have been very nice if he had been able to pull off the Tapu Cure play in the last game, which he wasn't able to. So yeah, now he's on a 3-card hand, and all I need to do. So at this point, and although the UltraNecrozma is the threat, he can't build another threat if he doesn't have access to Beast Ring. Pretty much. I mean, there's Max Elixir still left in his deck, but I'm not super scared of Max Elixir. So all I'm trying to do is get him off Beast Ring this turn. So this turn, all I'm trying to do is GX attack. So I start with trading, and the Choice Band almost gets away from me here. It's like the last card. I should be trading the counter. Oh, the Muse fine, I guess, too. The counter catcher, I guess, is worth keeping because just in case I whiff. So yeah, I end up with the Choice Band. It was almost my last card in the deck. That would have been a big, that would have been a bummer there if it was. I don't know what I would have actually done if that had happened. I would have had to pull off like an end play for the turn. So I get the floats on that, and I just need to remove the Stadium. So I think I go with Delinquent here, which is not his whole hand. But I don't think I had a Field Blower. I could have double puzzle for Field Blower, but I figured I may as well take away some of his hand now rather than let him have it. And then I end up GXing to Tapu Lele because the Tapu Lele gets knocked out at the same rate as anything else. And I'd rather end him to 1 than 2 next turn anyway. So if he does take this knockout, then I can end him to 1 and go in for a swing. So I know he's getting that knockout here. Oh, there is another UltraNecrozma deck. Hold on then. So there is an UltraNecrozma in the deck. Hang on, let me see that again. So there is an UltraNecrozma in the deck. Hang on. Then I don't like this last play from Mark. Beast Ring there. Okay, I guess if he did, so I don't know if he knows I played Delinquent. I don't know if he saw it in the first game. I don't think I played it. So he could have actually Beast Ringed to a fresh UltraNecrozma, which is definitely more ideal than this Beast Ring. But that would put him at 3 cards, which means I would have wiped his hand on a Delinquent. So I don't know if he knows I played Delinquent or not. If he did, then I guess that is the right play. But it does put him in an awkward spot, only having the 1 attacker setup. He also could have hoped I just wouldn't be able to find Delinquent. I mean, which is pretty unlikely because I have like no deck left. I literally have 1 card left in my deck right now. So if he knows I'm playing Delinquent, then I guess that's the play he has to make. But I don't, with him not knowing I play Delinquent, then it definitely would have been good for him to play that a little bit differently. All right, hey, let me go back. So he goes with so he could have done that. Let's see. Hang on. So he goes for Lele for Wonder Tag, and he gets N. He has an UltraNecrozma in deck, or is that me looking through his discard pile? Oh, that's me looking through his discard pile. That wasn't him looking through his deck. That was me looking through his discard pile. So he doesn't have an UltraNecrozma left. Okay, my bad. That was me looking through his discard pile. I thought that was him looking through his deck. All right, so he's out of UltraNecrozma. And yeah. So he's out of UltraNecrozma because if he had UltraNecrozma, he definitely would have gotten one here. And remember, he does not get one here. He ends up attaching to Lele. I don't think he finds anything with the Mysterious Treasure. Let's see. Yep, attached to Lele. Yep, flows on active. Is that an UltraNecrozma? I can't tell. Is that an UltraNecrozma? What is that? Oh, it's a Lele. It's a Lele and then a Dawn Wings. Okay, he's out of UltraNecrozma. Okay, all right, good to know. Yeah, that's a Lele. Yes, he's out of UltraNecrozma. There's a Super Rod in there. That's what he definitely would have wanted to have seen to put UltraNecrozma back in the deck. So yeah, the order pad. Sycamore. All he needs to do is try and find and set up another UltraNecrozma after this. I have to end him next turn pretty much if he takes his knockout because I only have 1 card left in deck. I don't play any other recovery, so I have to end next turn. He knows that. He goes for the knockout. I push up Zorak, draw. I don't think I have an N in hand. I might have to double puzzle for it. We'll see. Nope, I had one N left. All right, cool. One N left, and then I'm just gonna come up and I'm gonna armor press. Armor press makes it the most awkward for him to try and take a knockout on his turn. And then all I need to follow up with is a Guzma on the following turn to take out the UltraNecrozma. He does play the Max Potion, so that's one card he would definitely be looking for, is like Max Potion plus energy to start accelerating to it. So I hit him with the Armor Press. He draws. He gets the Cynthia. So he's Cynthiaing. He'll Cynthia here, and then he's going to look for Super Rod, Max Elixir, Max Potion. That would be like the ideal cards to draw. He needs to heal this UltraNecrozma, and then he needs to reset it up so it can take a knockout on the next turn. And we see none of that, yeah. Even just the max, he's triple Sycamore. Even just the Max Potion would have been fine there. Let's see. Yeah. I also had access. What I should have done that turn is I actually misplayed on my last turn. I had access to double puzzle for Field Blower, and I chose not to Field Blower away his Float Stone, which I should just do. There's like a choice band on UltraNecrozma doesn't really do anything. So that's one reason you wouldn't do it. That's the only reason you wouldn't blower the Float Stone, is to stop it from being a choice band being attached to it. Now, where did he get that UltraNecrozma from? Did he have other UltraNecrozma in the deck? I don't know where that one came from. So I should have Field Blowered this Float Stone. I should have double puzzle for Field Blower and something else and got rid of this Float Stone, because there's no reason for me to leave this here. I think I was thinking I don't want to be able to put a choice band on it, but if I end him to 1, him having choice band on there on the current hand wouldn't ever do anything. Oh no, I guess it did, because I was thinking if he gets... Okay, so the only reason I guess he wouldn't do it is because I was like, okay, if he has Dawnwings, Russian, then he can put a choice band on it, attach Max Elixir. So I guess that's why I left it. I don't care if it retreats, really, so I guess I don't... Yeah, so I guess it's fine to have not blowered it. Yeah, because my thought process was, now I remember, it was if he gets Dawnwings, Floatstone, choice band to put on and over what I just... The Floatstone I blowered away, then all he needs is to attach Max Elixir as well. So I guess I like leaving the Floatstone on there. He attacks, and then I just eventually need to draw into double puzzle, which I think I grab here. My deck was basically just puzzles and something else. And there it is. So yeah, I win 2-0 over Mark. I think the games were pretty clean overall. The only thing I think Mark should have left open for in game 1 was he didn't leave himself open for the... I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find it. The Tapu Cure play, which I think he could have left himself open for. If he just lilies before he attaches. I think the Float Stone was the last card he drew. But I think it's definitely best to leave yourself that option. I think this is actually right here. Or not, yeah, right around here. So I think it would have been best for him to leave that open as an option. But I mean, it wasn't. He would have ended up missing it anyway. I mean, he would have missed it anyways, but I'm pretty sure there it was. So there was the Float. I don't know if it was the last card in the deck or the last card he drew. We can actually check. But I think you want to leave yourself that open. So he attaches first, and then he plays Lily for 4 or 5. And if he doesn't attach first, then he leaves himself the option of where to attach. And then there he gets the Float Stone. Or if he just attaches immediately to the Lele, being like, I just need to hit this Float Stone and then I need a Tapu Cure. Because if he like hits the Float Stone off the Lily for 4 and then goes, okay, Float Stone active, attach to Lele, Tapu Cure, I'm in a really bad spot all of a sudden. I might be able to have delinquented him to 0 there, but still, it's not like I'm still not in a great spot for sure. So I think I would have liked to have seen that play from Mark, or to look for the Tapu Cure play. Instead, he doesn't really give himself the option at all. We see he does have the Max Elixir here. He does with the Max Elixir. So if he had hit the Max Elixir, he probably would have gone for it there instead anyways. Just go put it on the Lele, Floatstone, retreat, Tapu Cure. But he didn't even before the Lele, he didn't even give himself the option of it because he didn't go. I would have just liked to have seen him go Lily for 4, check for Floatstone. If he gets Floatstone, go into Tapu Cure. I mean, even if he hits the Max Elixir and then retreat 2 Psychic off the active, he maybe just doesn't have enough energy at that point. Maybe it has to be the Floatstone. Yeah, if he hits the Floatstone, go for the Tapu Cure. If you don't get the Floatstone, don't go for the Tapu Cure. That's basically all I'm trying to say, I guess. But give yourself the option of it before you attach. Use the Lily first, draw 4, and then be like, okay, with Floatstone, okay, attach to UltraNecrozma, and then just retreat to Lele, pass. Instead, he doesn't really give himself the option at all. So yeah, I think that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out all my links in the description below. I just made a Facebook page. I think I mentioned in the last video too. If you want to stay updated with me on Facebook, you can now. Of course, my Twitter's down there. My live stream is down there. So check all that stuff out. All the links in the description below. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Peace.